you think of that new intro? Did you think it was cool? And just kind of pieced it together and hoped it would look awesome, but I don't know. This is actually not couples therapy before you panic and click off this video, but I thought I'd name it that because it kind of is. It's more like Xbox therapy, really. Recently I've heard way too many girls going on about like how their boyfriends like play on the Xbox or PS2 or whatever, do gaming like way too much and they don't spend enough time with them. They're like really angry about it, and I'm like, okay, well if he's, you know, that's what he loves, like you spend a lot of time doing your makeup or like doing this, like everyone has their thing, and in a relationship you have to respect that. But like, haven't you tried playing it with him? And they'll either say like they have no interest, or they've never played the game, or they can't find a good multiplayer game, or they can't find a game that interests them, or whatever. Or they're like just really confused, they're like, why would I do that? Or he'd never teach me. But like, you'd be surprised what there is out there. And so I'm starting this new series to, I guess, point out games that girls would enjoy. I mean, obviously gaming's not for everyone, but I would advise, if you're having that problem, give it a go. You never know, you know, it could become your favourite activity as a couple on a night in. Like myself and Dylan, we play a lot of games together and it's a massive variety. And, you know, we both really enjoy it. But he's quite lucky that he actually started dating a geek. Which, yeah, admittedly, I am a nerd. I won't lie about it. So, today I'm starting with, well, never prepared for these videos, Gears of War 2. Now obviously this won't be for everybody, because don't take this lightly when I say it's got a lot of language and it's really, really gory, to the point that originally when I saw this a couple of years ago, well, obviously not this one, but whenever, my brother playing this originally, I literally thought, I am never playing that game, it looks disgusting, why would anyone ever play anything like that? But surprisingly, I started playing it because my brother and my boyfriend were playing quite often, and I thought I'd give it a go, and it's actually become one of my all-time favourite games. So, give it a try. I would show you Gears of War 1, because this game is highly based on story, which is why I'm recommending it for a girl. But I can't seem to find it anywhere. I'm not 100% we have it. I think we do, but no one else is home at the moment, which is when I do my videos. And I think if we do have it, my brother's like lent it to a friend or something. So I'm just going to start with Gears of War 2. It's the same basic gameplay, but it's kind of, you know, it's a better game, it's better weapons, you know, like improved. But if you're into the whole story thing, start with number 1. I haven't actually played number 1 yet, but I watched the story on YouTube so I could catch up with it, because I'm that much of a geek. Okay, so hopefully you can actually hear me over the monstrous sound of my Xbox, my poor old Xbox, trying to keep working. Okay, basic reasons why I think this is a good game for girls. The storyline in it is really intense. It's based highly on story, it's got a lot of cinematics, and the graphics are really good. Each character has their own story, each character interests you. And you know, you get pulled into it, you get attached to these characters, and you get attached to their storylines. And unlike most cinematics, I don't like feel the need to skip them. I'm not like every time they come up, oh for God's sake, it's like, ooh, you know, what's gonna happen now? Like, it's really good for that. It's really good, obviously great. It's really interesting. It pulls you in, and I think that is important with one of these kinds of games, because too many like first-person shooting games are like, you know, just shooting shit. You know, like that's all there is to it. But this really does have a good storyline. It's well written, and I really do appreciate the story in this. The second reason is the controls, once you get used to them, are relatively easy. There's a massive variety of weapons, and God, at this point you're going to be thinking, why on earth would any girl play this? But a massive variety of weapons, ways to kill people, finishes, all of that. There's a lot more interest in your average first-person shooter game where you've got a couple of guns and you know you can just like hide out or go and running in, you know, like, and there's loads of different buttons and the way to use guns are confusing. Like, this is relatively simple. You know, most of the time something will come up on the screen saying you need to do something, like when you run up to an object to interact with it, it will come up saying you can duck, and I think there's a button, or you already will know the button by now because it's, you know, like generally, but you only use a couple of buttons and you'll get used to them. So it's easy to play, it's easy to learn. Another reason is obviously it's got single player mode. You can go through the campaign, or you can do training, or there's so much stuff you can do single player. So you can have a good go, see if it interests you, and if it does, get a practice, get a feel for the controls before you start playing multiplayer with your boyfriend or brother or whatever. This could relate to anything. I personally think it's, like I spend a lot of time with my brother, and most of the time we're playing games, so it's a good way to bond and all that. What else did I think about this? I think that's relatively it, so I may as well show you. I'm going to show you both a variety of me playing and a couple of things like examples of what I was talking about, a bit of a story, like the introduction that you get when you leave the disc on, that kind of thing. Another thing is the music on this. If you're interested in that, obviously, like I like to think about every aspect of the game. The music on this is brilliant. Like I would download the soundtrack to this because it's so well written. It's well composed, not well written. But it is brilliant, it's really good, and it's good for building tension and stuff. Like, everything in this game seems to come together well, and if you enjoy it, there's Gears of War 3 coming out, which off the top of my head I can't remember. I'll put it here when it's coming out, but it's a while yet. They just put the beta out. But the good thing about number 3 is there's going to be a girl character, so you can actually play as a girl. So the only disadvantage in this, you have to play one of these big, hefty, scary men, but you don't see them most of the time. Like, they're more concentrated on the surroundings. It's all so well planned out. The maps are amazing. Like, it's really good. And you can play co-op online, so you can play with your other friends or your boyfriend's friends. Or the best thing about it is, if you play online, you can gather a bunch of your girlfriends that are all trying it out and have a good laugh together. You don't even have to include the boys. Or even better, you can play with me. That's a good thing. If you have any questions or anything, I think my Xbox Live is still valid. If it isn't, I'm going to pay for a month today. And it's Puddy Geek. So P-U-D-D-Y. Oh, actually, no, why am I spelling it on camera? It'll come up here. Add me. So let's get into the game. Oh yeah, my boyfriend just pointed out to say that you can play Gears of War 2 without having played Gears of War 1 or anything. But there are like links to the story, so you probably would want to at least know what happened, like watch a YouTube thing or something, or play with someone that's played it, because like I didn't watch it before. I just started playing this, but I was playing with Dylan, so anything I didn't get, like links, I was like, well, why is he doing that, or who's that kind of thing. Like, he would explain to me, so you need to do something so you know what's going on. There's only a few here and there. You can still play the game without knowing anything about the first one. It's just more enjoyable if you understand what the hell's going on.
It began, as always, with the desire for power. The need to conquer, the hunger to consume. Inevitably, this led to conflict. Humanity fought an endless battle against itself, until it was forced to unite against a power far greater than it had ever known. But even united, humanity left only destruction in its wake. Despite their best efforts at survival, the humans of Sierra continued to march blindly to their imminent doom, unaware that their misguided attempts at retaliation were only leading them ever closer to extinction. They had thought us crippled by their weapons of mass destruction. But to survive is to endure and prosper. And we have most certainly survived. Jacinta now stands as the last bastion of humanity, a far desperate defense in the face of impossible odds. In a way, I pity them. But humanity, as always, brought this war upon itself. Time to train the rook.
Okay, so now you get the option right at the beginning of the game, if you haven't done the training things, which, I would recommend if you're not very good at games at all, but if you're okay, you can probably skip, because you get this little thing of buttons at the beginning. I'm going to skip it because I've already done it. If you want to have a preview at it, either look at the game or look on YouTube.
The attacks at Pomeroy, Hell no, they need me on patrol. I'm training some jumpy kid. Good luck.
This is Jack, a little robot that follows you
Damn it.
around, although he's invisible most of the time. So
Let's
under attack,
move.
he doesn't really get hit because he is invisible, but when you need him, you know, they'll go, Jack, do this, and he appears. He's always there. Stuff like these are really scary. I suck at this game on my own. Oh, I'll just die because I'll get really pissed off. Just start running through and be like, yeah, I'll just die.
Time. Take the other door.
I need to see if there's anything to shoot. Oh shit, yeah, there's something to shoot, alright. In general, it's a pretty awesome game. Do bear in mind it's age 18, so I'm not recommending it if you're under that age, otherwise I'll get in trouble. But yeah, get some practice, give it a go, and you might have a really good time playing it. So thanks for watching.